Abusua eye Kwabena Adu Boahen, yes, Kwabena Adu Boahen abusua ye bra pastor to me aba abonten. Now this time near course so e court. And no de na e de aba. Eye discovery sir, just say omo to me I discover efa eye Kwabena Adu Boahen NSB abusua say what to me I transfer sika twetwe de bi akogu ono ane private account mu. Abusua eye 7 million Ghana cedis. Eye no nko a sika bebre etachire bi 49.1 million abusua and seven dollars na just say ne private properties in so I just say what to me akwa abra ye appointed no na just say bra cross search ni semu a Kwabena Adu Boahen atumi abbo oman no kro no ankasa kro twetwe die pa na just say wabbo eye oman no a enya asem keto a yenko na yinti nsema bra cross e de atudwa ene ne a ekoso ewo eye Accra High Court ani na eye Adu Boahen ene eye ne prosecute na eye witnesses ne course no abusua mama yitini na me bese wase be subscribe like na wabo aso ahima for person bi atie no anya bi atie aha eda so aye be media je bese wase be subscribe like na wabo aso ahima for person bi atie no anya bi atie yitini course ene ne Black Rasta asanso ede atudwa na sesia.
Yesterday, on April 20, 2026, the High Court, presided over by Justice Francis Achibonga, blocked the defense from using a swift transfer receipt from Adu Boahen's private company, Advantage Solutions, during cross-examination. Now, the court ruled that the prosecution's finance witness had no personal knowledge of the private documents. Listen attentively. Now, the head of finance at the National Security Bureau, Miss Edith Ruby Opokuwa Edumwa, has been testifying about financial flows. Recent sessions involved disputes over WhatsApp chats that purportedly detailed requests for operational funds. And that was today in court, my brother, my sister. Now, Adu Boahen remains on an 80 million Ghana cedi bail with two sureties. Now, his lawyer, Samuel Atachia, has urged that the funds were used for legitimate special operations, including payments to MPs and political activities, which he claims makes the case a matter of national security. Listen. He was part of a business called Glofet Company, which he established with his pastor. But he tried to swindle the pastor, as we were told. And investigators were quick to draw the attention of the pastor, a reverend minister of his own church. And he went back to the registration and the nitty-gritties of the business. And for now, he has been excommunicated from both the church and the business, a fertilizer making firm. My brother, my sister, in late 2024, Glofed was awarded a $15.75 million American dollar contract to supply 300,000 bags of granular fertilizer. And from my investigation, Adu Boahen didn't have a hand in this. He only came in there and saw an opportunity and had stolen money, according to investigators, and decided to go into this. Now, it is located in Asuboi, Eastern region. It remains one of the largest fertilizer blending plants in West Africa, capable of producing 2,400 metric tons per day. Prosecutors allege that some of the 49.1 million diverted from the NSB was invested into the manufacturing of fertilizer at Glofed, and that's correct. Part of the stolen money, according to investigators, got into the Glofed business, but he was trying to manipulate the original owner of the business, whose church he was paying tithes to. And when they realized that he was a dangerous crook, they removed him from the church and also kicked him out of Glofed. Now, these are the summary of the charges against him: stealing, money laundering, and willfully causing financial loss. Diverting 7 million meant for an Israeli cyber defense software, ISC Holdings, into personal accounts and companies. This is what it is. Now, the Economic and Organized Crime Office and the Attorney General's Department have identified and frozen an extensive portfolio of high-value assets allegedly linked to Kwabena Adu Boahen and his wife. Now, the state claims these acquisitions in fact, coincide with the alleged diversion of $7 million American dollars, an equivalent of 49.1 million Ghana cedis from the National Signals Bureau. My brother, my sister, and look at what he owns, allegedly, as told to us by investigators. Mayfair Estate is a multiple luxury home, including number 2 Stream Park Drive, valued at $1 million American dollars, and number 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 Edith Avenue. Vertex Properties at Oyarifa, a gated estate development consisting of 27 houses, each estimated at $295,000. Now the Dorchester, that's the Ashanti region, a recently uncovered 37-unit luxury apartment complex in Asokori, Mampo, and we showed you videos of this over and over. Shadow and environs, several separate houses with individual values ranging from $500,000 American dollars to $1 million American dollars, all owned allegedly by Kobna Adu Boahen, secured from stolen money, ill-gotten money, fraud money. He also has assets in London, in the UK. At least 2 properties have been tracked by investigators in the United Kingdom. And there is a fleet of luxury vehicles. Over 60 high-end cars are targeted for seizure, including a Lamborghini, Maserati, and multiple Cadillac Escalades and Range Rovers. And he has businesses too. Now the state has also placed surveillance on his fertilizer company, Glofed, and Dream Enterprise Collections Limited, and a car rented business. Now Glofed has actually been set aside for the time being because Adu Boahen himself was trying to defraud the owner of the thing. But investigations continue. Adu Boahen's legal team, led by Samuel Atachia, has argued in court that many of these properties were acquired as far back as 2017, years before the alleged 2020 crime. That's what he says. The Oyarifa houses belong to a business aggregation platform where external investors provided construction funds, not state money. Adu Boahen was already a successful businessman before his 2018 appointment as a director general. Now, Iyoko has officially frozen approximately 50 million Ghana cedis in accounts linked to this and related cases to prevent further fund movement during the trial. This is Adu Boahen. That is the dossier, very rich and heavy. My brother, my sister, he appeared in court yesterday and they asked him for receipts. It's been peddled around by a few boys on radio and TV that he might have paid. A lot of Ghanaians don't care where the money is from. All they care about is that they have money to spend. In a country where so many people believe in, the end justifies the means, rather than the means justifying the end, we have a... Watch this. Warning. Judge angry over Kobna Adu Boahen tricks in court. Ebuboba. When we say it, we mean it. Until we see the end of it, we never rest. There is a hall nicknamed Katanga Hall right there at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. And their motto is, we rest not. That was where I had my training as a radio person. And I am proud to say, I rest not until the work is done to the glory of the Most High God. It looks like Adu Boahen is done. And I am excited at that. I don't like cheats. I don't like thieves. I don't like fraudsters. They are not my friends. They should not be your friends. My brother, my sister, for some months now, Adu Boahen has been running to court, left, right, and center. In fact, he is on the red notice and he can't fly out of the nation. My brother, my sister, investigators told us that he was the terror kid of the NSB that had his DNA and signature. What does it mean? He was the first to become the boss of the NSB, National Signals Bureau. He walked into the office of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and told him, Nana, you know how much work we have done for you to come into power. It is the digital age, and I am the digital whiz kid. So I am here to tell you that I need a certain outfit to be open for me under the national security. Nana couldn't cough. He said, go and consider it done. At the time, he even became more powerful than his own boss at the national security. He could make and unmake. He could make happy or sad. And this guy here, according to investigators, was a sadist. He hated it when people were happy. He was part of a kidnapping gang that picked up so many people, high and low profile. In fact, the one that hits the mind immediately, oh my God, that airline girl who was picked up, Emirates, she worked for, and she was kidnapped simply because he arrived at the airport late and the aeroplane gates were already closed. And he was angry that he, being the whiz kid of Ghana, who had Nana Addo in the middle of his palm, my brother, my sister, and probably the vice president in his pocket, the gates of the aeroplane must be opened for him to enter. They said, lie, we are not opening the gates of the aeroplane closed. When I spoke with him, he told me, Black Rasta, I arrived about 17 minutes before the gates were closed, and he showed me some footages on his phone. But I don't trust him anymore. This is a big liar. He lies more than Satan. I used to believe him right at the beginning, and he convinced me with lies until I dug deep around his background and I realized that this is Satan's uncle, my brother, my sister, and I decided that I will not listen to him again. We give everybody the chance. Talk, let us listen. We weigh you by what you say and your actions. And when we get to realize that you are the demon's grandson, we move back immediately. And you'll be shocked that you ever knew us, because you wonder, he was my friend only a few years back. How come right now he's behaving like Satan? Yes, I could be Satan and I could be an angel depending on you. You play the game. My brother, my sister, this is Adu Boahen. He's been running to the court, and his lawyer is the guy called Atachia. In fact, he is the lawyer in the whole world that I don't envy. He has a gargantuan tax on top of his head. I am not surprised all the hair on his head is gone. My brother, my sister, he's carrying a lot of heavy, hot load. And it's normal for anybody to lose their hair when they carry such hot, heavy loads. Hallelujah. Watch this. Now, Adu Boahen has been going to court left, right, and center. He's been charged. And it looks like the trial is almost ended. The judge is very angry. Remember, we told you about this judge. The judge, everyone says, is a no-nonsense judge. The judge who is trying to bring back the integrity of the judiciary in the view of many other luminary judges. My brother, my sister, we're talking about Justice Francis. And let us run a dossier on this guy. Come here. Watch this. Run the dossier. Hey, this is the guy we're talking about. He's an engineer. And it's called Adu Boahen. He's a Ghanaian intelligence and IT professional who served as the Director General of the National Signals Bureau from 2017, when it was created by Nana Addo specifically for this whiz kid, to early 2025. He was there for 8 solid years. My brother, oh yes. He's currently facing a high-profile criminal trial involving alleged financial misconduct during his tenure. Now appointed by Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo to lead the NSB, an agency under the National Security Council, he spent nearly 2 decades at the Bureau, starting in 2007. Oh Lord. He previously served as deputy director and held roles such as head of network operations and head of core network planning and IT. This is Kwabena Adu Boahen. He managed Ghana's secure communication infrastructure and provided signals intelligence to counter national security threats. Oh, yes. He managed Ghana's secure communication infrastructure and provided signals intelligence to counter national security threats. He led the technical signals team that successfully located and rescued 2 kidnapped Canadian women in Kumasi in 2019. And we all heard about that. And we applauded him. Oh, what a great guy. Remember those Canadian women who were lost in Kumasi in 2019? Adu Boahen played a role, and we have talked about this over and over on this show. Now, he himself holds a Master of Science in Information Systems Management from the University of Liverpool, an MA, yes, MA in Peace, Security and Intelligence Management from UPSA, and a Bachelor of Science in Electronic Engineering from Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology with secondary education at Achimota School. I'm sure Achimota School by now is so ashamed of this guy. Now, right now, following his tenure, Adu Boahen has been on trial at the Accra High Court since March 2025. 1 year gone. He and his wife are accused of stealing, money laundering, and causing financial loss to the state, totaling approximately 49.1 million Ghana cedis, an approximation of about 7 million American dollars. Prosecutors allege these funds intended for cybersecurity projects were diverted to his private firm, B.N.C Communications Bureau Limited. And that is very important. He diverted according to investigators. Okay? Now, his legal team led by Samuel Atachia has indicated that defending the case may involve revealing classified information. Now, the trial continues with bank statements admitted as evidence as from April 2026. This is Kwabena Adu Boahen. What has he been accused of? What is he going through right now? Now, watch this. Now, the most recent development in the Kwabena Adu Boahen trial occurred this week. Yes, on April 20, 2026. That's just yesterday. As